We have prepared this site compatibly with the creed of al-Sunnat by quoting from the valuable books of al-Sunnat scholars. Hadrat Imâm-i Rabbânî states, "It is declared in a hadîth-i sharîf, my Ummat will part into 73 groups. 72 of these will go to hell and one will be saved. The group which will be saved from hell are those who follow the path I and my Sahâba follow. This group is called al-Sunnat." 2nd volume, 67th letter. It is purported in the Qur'ân al-karîm. People have become divided into sects in religion. Each sect rejoices in that which is with itself. Sûrat-ul-Mu'minûn 53. People cannot find the right path by reading the Qur'ân al-karîm and hadîth-i sharîfs on their own. There is a need for qualified scholars. For example, we, let us say, have mixed one real gold coin into 72 fake ones. Just as no one other than goldsmiths can distinguish the real gold coin from others, so no one other than al-Sunnat scholars can distinguish the righteous sect from others among 73 sects. If we attempt to find the right path by our wisdom, aql, it will be very difficult, even impossible. People affiliated with one of these sects claims that theirs is the righteous one. However, in that knowledge, the wisdom which is not salim cannot be a gauge. If it were a gauge, there would not have emerged 72 heretical groups. Those who adopt any of these sects prefer it according to their wisdom. If one follows one's wisdom, then there comes out as many sects as the number of people. Today there are many books on the market and there are many groups. That we say good or bad about them does not carry any importance. That is, a person does not become good or bad according to our statement. The name of a person or the title of a book does not matter. There are thousands of books and scholars. If we have the criterion to judge, we will be at ease and understand which one is true. Hadrat Imâm-i Rabbânî reveals the criterion as in the following. Whether a ruling is true or not is understood only through whether it is compatible with what al-Sunnat savants understood and explained, because every meaning, every derivation which is not in accordance with what al-Sunnat savants communicated is worthless, wrong. For every deviant supposes that the way he follows is compatible with the Qur'ân al-karîm and the Sunnat and claims that her heresy is correct. They derive wrong meanings from these sources with their half-wits and short sights, thus deviating from the right path and being drifted into perdition. It is declared in the ayat-i-karīmah, the parables in the Qur'an drift many into disbelief and lead many to the hidayah, right path, Islam. The meanings that are communicated by al-Sunnat scholars are true and those that do not agree with them are wrong. 1st volume, 286th letter. As it is seen, the criterion to decide whether a thing is true or not is that it should be agreeable with the books of al-Sunnat scholars. Al-Sunnat scholars declare, Allahu Ta'ala has promised that if a person wants to learn the Islamic religion correctly, He will grant it to that person. Allah does not break His promise. Therefore, one should perform istikhara and entreat, so, O my Rabb, I believe in you. I love you and your prophets. I want to learn Islamic knowledge correctly. Bless me with it and protect me from deviating into wrong paths. Allahu Ta'ala will guide such a person to the right path. You should trust the promise of Allah and take refuge in Him. It is purported in the Qur'ân al-karîm. We will guide those who try to find the right path to the paths that make one attain the felicity. Sûrat-ul-Mu'minûn 69. Allah guides to the right path the person who turns to Him. Sûrat-Ush-Shura 13. Allah never breaks His promise. Sûrat-Uz-Zumar 20. Now, the people in different groups should not refrain from saying the above-mentioned invocation. Allahu Ta'ala never does a wrong deed. Thinking, I, too, may be on the wrong path, one should pray, so, O my Rabb, whoever are on the right path and whomever you are pleased with, bless me loving and being with them. If one is on the right path, entreating so will not do any harm. However, if one is on the wrong path, one will be directed to the right path, and thus, one will be saved. One should not avoid uttering this prayer. Getting on a vehicle. All people are traveling on a way destined for the hereafter. While traveling, what is important is not to get on a vehicle but to get on a right vehicle. People who get on a wrong one will head for the place where it is en route, not where they want. For example, those who board a plane to Paris with the intention of going to Kaaba cannot arrive at Kaaba no matter how pure intentions they may have. Allahu Ta'ala has guaranteed the sustenance for His creatures. However, he is not the guarantor of the Iman, belief. Before rectifying one's creedal state according to the Islam's true creedal principles termed, the creed of al-Sunnat, performing acts of worship will be of no avail. We can conceive of the true belief, the belief of al-Sunnat, as the number 1. Acts of worship performed with sincerity are like number 0 placed on the right of number 1. When placed 1 0, it is 10. If placed 2 zeros, then it is 100. The more zeros we place on the right of it, the more valuable it will become. However, when we remove the number 1, the result is 0. By the same token, acts of worship performed with insincerity, that is, for ostentation, are worthless like zeros placed on the left of 1. After people have corrected their i'tiqad, belief, in accordance with the true creedal principles of al-Sunnat, to increase their acts of worship is up to their perseverance, sincerity, and knowledge. They can indulge themselves to their heart's content. However, if they do not have correct belief, namely, the al-Sunnat belief, their acts of worship will be worthless like zeros on the left. If they gave the whole world to us, but if our creedal state were not correct, our situation would be ruined. If they piled up all the disasters and desolations upon us, but if our creedal state were correct, there would be no need to worry. Al-Sunnat scholars declared unanimously that the correct creed is the creed of al-Sunnat.